the payment plan, and what kind of client you just turning down? Is there any absolute guideline, clear-cut guideline?
Not that they let us be aware about.
Because as far as I know, the bank manager has only very limited authority to do that. As far as I know, because I have so many very good quality client, and when they come to me, eventually that's because all of the negotiation fail already. They try very hard with the bank, say I owe you $20,000, and if you see my record, I'm terrific customer. I've been with you say 20 years already, but right now I'm encounter very difficult situation. Can you cut the rate from 29% to 4%? Very tough, because as far as I know, the bank manager has very limited authority to do that. So I just wonder, But once in a while, I heard about this story. Say, hey, my payment plan got approved. Right now at least I can pay my bill. At least I can do that. But so that's why I wonder, what is there any clear-cut guideline for the bank manager to approve or to turn down the payment plan? This big thing. When we talk about payment plan right now, two major things. One is mortgage, right? You heard about that, right? One is loan modification on the mortgage. This big industry right now, big industry. And there's one organization called HOPE, HOPE, very famous. This is not only one, but it's one of the very major player. It's a non-profit organization, and usually they don't charge anything. They just try to help the homeowner negotiate with the bank and try to work out the loan modification, and hopefully they can keep the house. Hopefully, because my sense from my job, the foreclosure issue is still ongoing, and it is not getting better. It's even getting worse. It's getting worse. If we talk about since 2007, 4 years already, okay, foreclosure not getting better. It's even getting worse. When I say worse, mean for some of my clients, they try very hard to maintain the house for the first two years or three, but this year they forget it. I don't want to keep it, because they try a few years already. They just cannot see the hope. The price still drop, and then they just don't see the hope. So what's the reason why to maintain the house and the price drop more than 50% already, drop more than half already? And what is the justification for me to keep my payment and keep this half value house? So as far as I can see, today it's still very, but loan modification is big industry for today. And few years ago, a lot of lawyer, loan broker got into this business, but California and the federal government come in and say, no, if you want to do this, you cannot charge a fee in advance. They passed the law already, because a lot of the lawyer and loan broker, they charge a fee and they just cannot get the job done, which is true, because right now the loan modification passing rate is very low. It's lower than 5%. Say 100 people apply for the modification, finally probably only 5 got passed. So the law say, okay, if you're a lawyer, you're the loan broker, you can come in to help people do the loan modification. However, your compensation must be in the back. When the whole thing finished, then you can collect the fee. You cannot charge a fee in advance. So all of a sudden, this business disappeared. And right now, the homeowner must go through directly to the bank or go through the non-profit organization. Okay, so from the lender's standpoint, maybe you can consider the payment plan, right? And so same thing, reflect to the borrower, right? If get into the agreement and go to the payment plan, maybe, all right? How about other than this? If the thing cannot work out, $20,000, and very quickly, you will see the $20,000 bill become $30,000. Because 30%, you can believe it, 30% is 1/3, right? Every year, if you don't pay it, and 1/3 become the principal. 1/3. So 30,000 becomes 40,000. Very quick. So it's not surprising.
Well, they can adjust the interest rate as well.
Right. This is the huge spectrum for the credit card business. So the bank can decide your interest rate is 4.99 or 29.99. Wow, this is huge difference. Also, I'm not in the bank industry, so I never know what's the guideline. How come your interest rate is 4.99 and this person 29? And there's no discrimination, no discrimination issue. By the way, the federal law and the state law provide the bank such authority. They made a decision, give you 4.99, give you 29.99. This is their choice. Of course, depends on your ability. If you can pay back, you can pay back. All right. So let's talk about the situation. Okay, I'm handling a lot of this business. People come to see me and say, "Well, attorney, we cannot pay." So if the debt becomes default, what will happen? And any law to cover this? Well, by the way, this kind of thing is very remote to you, huh? It's too far away, because I believe for those of you, probably you maintain your payment very well, but the thing happen for today's economy all the time. So when I see people, wow, how can you owe $200,000 credit card debt? I just cannot imagine it. How can you spend $200 on your credit card? I say I cannot imagine that, right? But that's huge, right? But another thing is, even for college students, I see more and more college students. I think there are a lot of documentary film talk about this issue. Okay, a few years ago, more than 10 years ago, and the college campus is one of the largest credit card market for the major bank. And you can see for those major banks, they have the booths there on the opening day, the new school day. They have the booths there to welcome the new freshmen. Say, come in, sign up, you'll get a credit card, but no more. Right now, no more. Okay. But 10 years ago, the college campus was a huge market for the major bank. But right now, I see this is a problem, because for those young kids just from high school, and they got freedom, right? The first time they leave home and live alone, and they are free to do everything, and they receive the credit card for free. $2,000, $3,000, they just use it. And with very, very low interest rate. Hopefully their parents gonna pay them back, but no more. I see quite a few cases is a college student, and just come to see me, say I owe not too much, you can say $10,000, but for any reason I just cannot pay it back. So let's talk about the issue. Okay, if the debt, okay, especially with focus on the credit card debt, become the default, what may happen? Anybody give me an idea? Imagination? Even though it never happened to you, but if the credit card debt become default,
Bankruptcy.
wow.